Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. We're back for another one. Put a Ring on It, season 3, episode 10. I ain't gonna lie, I skipped those last 2 episodes. They just keep going on dates with people that they don't want to go on dates with, and life goes on. Anyway, before we get started, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends. So before we get started with this one, I did not do the reunion part 2 with Ready to Love because those people kept doing interviews, and at the end of the day, Joy loves Clifton, and Crooked Mouth Carmen with fake blue eyes loves Dirty Dick Donovan with the earring in his nose. So that's how that all ended. It just got way too involved. I went back and binge watched the whole series of Ready to Love, and they're all different. I feel like there's no way to get to the end without playing a game. So honestly, like if you find somebody you really like, then everything else is a game after that, But anyway, I'll be reviewing the next season. I jumped in the middle like a lot just because I started my channel in the middle of a lot of things, but I'll be reviewing the next season because I really like shows that people get voted off of, and so, Anyway, so that's that on that. Put a ring on it though. Where we at, child? Dr. Nicole's office. Charlena and Otis are over here still playing their tit for tat game. They want to go, well, not they. Charlena wants to go out with a closure date with fake Odell Beckham. And so because she wants to do that, then Otis, of course, decides he wants to go on a date with this girl, Cherie. I think that's her name. I'm not mad at Charlie, to be honest, because fake Odell Beckham, at least it's fun. Like I said, they're still doing that tit for tat thing, and I really think that's a bad idea. If you're in a situation where y'all keep titting and tatting, it's only gonna get worse until somebody goes tick tick boom and shit gets really ugly. But that's what they do. So, but I get why Charlie wanted to go out. Like, it must be nice to spend some time with someone who you can just relax, because Otis is so tight. Like, he makes me uncomfortable whenever he's talking. I'm like, because he's just such a tight ass. Otis thinks Chris is disrespectful, talking about threesomes on a date. I don't know why Otis thinks Chris would have any respect for him. Your girl's going on dates. That means there's an option for me to slide on in there. So why, I'm gonna say whatever I want to say. Kind of wasn't thinking about you, dude. Just saying. Shane, Fonzo, and Kenneth and Shorty decide that they're gonna work on their relationship. So they're not going on any more dates. And that's kind of why I didn't want to review it. I'm like, that's stupid. Shorty don't like, what's the name? Tobby. As cute as he is, she don't like him like that. Shorty was looking for an exit plan. Executed quite amazingly, if I don't say so myself. I have some questions about Shorty, but man, if this was your game plan from the very beginning, like, good job. Like, you got to get out however you can get out. And that's all I'm going to say about that for right now. So the ladies go to try on wedding dresses. This is so stupid. I hate this idea. Why are we doing this? Charlie's like, oh, Charlie, you look so beautiful. Charlie's like, oh my God, I think like I'm going to cry because I'm trying on a wedding dress to, for fun, because that sounds fun, I suppose. So Shay's like, can you see yourself walking down the aisle? And Charlie's like, yes, I actually can. Yeah, okay, I suppose, girl. So you gonna walk down the aisle with Otis without emotion. Y'all are still like in the exact same place you were when this shit started. Matter of fact, you just went on a date, 3rd date, with fake Odell Beckham. Or if you haven't gone already, you about to. So I'm not understanding, why you can see yourself walking down the We told Otis, don't expect him to cry or smile or laugh or frown or anything emotional if he goes ahead and does this. Like he's only going to stand there like a bump on a log. And girl, what are you signing yourself up for? Don't do it, Charlie. I think you're gonna do it, but I think you shouldn't do it. I think he's like Kenneth kind of crazy, and maybe even worse because he's not slow necessarily. Shay puts on her dress. Ew, oh my God, look at your booty. Little mama, Shorty was focused on booties. Everybody's booty was looking cute in their wedding dress. They were, but that's all I could hear her going, oh, look at your booty. Hell, how can you not look at Shay's booty? That's what it's there for, to look at. That's why Alfonso has her around. Shay says she's worried that she'll be disappointed again. And, what she really wants for Fonzo to do is call his baby mother and tell her who I am, what I am. This is like, I'm the wife, the fiance. I need him to break up with his baby's mother, basically. 3 years later. Shorty puts on her dress. Shorty, stop. Kenneth is a good guy. That's what she said. No, he's not. Kenneth is slow. That's what he is. Charles, you know what I saw on the internet? I saw Kenneth. Because I was like trying to find his food blog and I could not find his food blog, but he tagged it in something and it said that that was probably my first mistake because I was like spelling things like the way they're supposed to be spelled. So it was not that skinny fat dude, fat guy. It's that skinny fat guy. Anyway, I'm just trying to make sure y'all find it. I saw now he started it in October, so he hasn't been doing it for very long. Right before the show started, he started his food blog on Instagram, and he likes to barbecue. I'll say that. There's a lot of pictures of him barbecuing and eating food at other places, and so that's his blog. So it's that DAT Skinny Fat Man. So if you're interested in seeing what Kenneth got going over there, go ahead and check out his food blog. So Shay and Alfonso go on a date. Shay's so happy because he chose her to go on a date with instead of any of those other girls. Shay talks a lot about the changes that Alfonso needs to make her happy. I think Shay needs to also think about some of the changes she needs to make herself because she got some issues. And if I was Alfonso, I would be terrified to see his mother, who I haven't met, but I have a feeling is probably a lot. His baby mother and Shay all in the same space. That's gonna be real cute. I'm sure he's dying for that moment. But for right now, all he has to do is make a phone call. So we'll get to that when we get to it. Alfonso said he's trying to break up with the baby mother. He's trying to do it. He's gonna work on that. He's gonna handle that situation with the baby mother. Now, and that's the one thing, I just want Alfonso to button his shirt. It's really hard to pay attention to anything he's saying because his titties be hanging out. And I want him to just button it up just a little bit, just enough so I don't have to see all his cleavage because I don't know what picture he has in his head, like how they're gonna blend together. I feel like Fonzo is attracted to these spicy type of women, and I have a feeling, I don't know, based on how that baby mama sounded on the phone, that her and Shay got the same type of energy. Now Shay didn't try to jump on every girl that he went on a date with, and yeah. So, Fonzo, you should let's let that be a show. Can we have an episode where Fonzo goes over to his mother's house with Shay and the baby mother's there? I want to see that. That's probably going to be a good episode of something. Please find it, y'all, somewhere. So Otis is on a fake date with the girl Cherie, being basically rude to this lady and wasting her time. I don't know why. He's probably trying to hold on to Charlene because that's the only thing he can hold on to, because that was just weird. Like, and there's nothing wrong with this girl. I don't think she's attracted to him in the least, honestly. Okay, so he went on a date with somebody he's not interested in to make her mad. And now that I think about it, she was saying, he said, what's the little cute girl? Milan, Paris, whatever her name was, the one that he was DMing. He said that she was young. That's what he told Charlie. I think he liked her. I think he liked the way she looked, but she's a DJ, so she gonna be out there in these streets. That's how she make her money. And there's no way that Otis is gonna be able to handle having a woman that does that type of thing. He just can't handle it, because he says something to the effect that you're like the kind of woman, or he didn't say it to her. He said it in his confessional, like that Cherie is the kind of woman that he would actually date, because she's into that whole being submissive servant. Yeah, whatever, but she's on that. Well, anyway, Charlie's on her day having a good time with fake Odell Beckham. Charlie is smiling and giggling and having a good time. And like I said, that's why she wanted to go on another date. She's like not like that with Otis. Otis is like this, and he really doesn't have any type of emotion. And I feel like Charlie was bubbly when she met him, and he's like trying to smash her bubbles all down into a container where she can't be bubbly anymore. And so like when she went out with fake Odell Beckham, she like let her bubbles kind of be out again, and it felt kind of good. But if she puts on that wedding ring, she's never gonna see her bubbles again. They're just gonna be flat, fizzled out. These two went to go break up with strangers. Well, Otis didn't go to break up with anybody. He told that girl that he really wanted to marry his girlfriend, and she was like, "Well, congratulations. Like, are you paying for this lunch? Because I appreciate the meal, and talk to you on the next one." So Fonzo calls his ex, and she sounds irritated from the gate. Like, hello, like, I wonder, like, did she know what the conversation was going to be like? Because I'm kind of mad if that was the conversation that happened and I didn't know. And he sat up there and repeated like everything that Dr. Nicole told him to say, but she was mad and she didn't want to hear it. She was pretty much like, yeah, you're over there with a therapist and you're all healed and I'm not healed yet. And you got loose ends still hanging over here. And it's been 3 years. So I mean, I don't know. I think she's mad because for the last 3 years, he's been trying to keep her on the hook, and she's been letting him, obviously, because she didn't have to be on the hook. But now that he's like tossing her off the hook, she's like, what do you mean? Like, I think for some reason she thought Shay was gonna go away. I don't know what, I mean, it's been 3 years. That's 3 years that you wasted, not that he wasted, because I wouldn't give a damn what he was saying. You said like we're great co-parents and we do all of that. Just do all of that and let it go and leave it alone. She's still in her feelings and she should let it go, because I mean, at the end of the day, he went through the whole process of the TV show with Shay. Like he said, he said that's the girl he wants. So that's the girl he wants. She said something about she doesn't think that you should be introducing people to your kid without introducing them to the mother first. I don't know about first. Like, I personally, it's been a long time ago, like long time ago. My son is grown. But when his dad got a girlfriend, I don't know that I met her first. And I didn't have a problem with that. But if she's gonna be somebody that's consistently around, like she's a girlfriend, well then I should probably meet her because she's gonna be around. I don't necessarily need to meet some chick every time. I mean, I don't need to do that. And I think honestly, in my situation, his mother made it very comfortable for everybody to be in that space. I don't know if Alfonso's mother is gonna do that though. Like with my son's grandmother, she was, she was cool and nice to everybody. She wasn't disrespectful to anybody, and it's her house, so you got to follow her lead. You can't come up in her house with no foolishness. So for me, it was kind of a comfortable thing. I don't care, not necessarily, I don't want to say I don't care, but I don't think it's necessary for me to meet somebody first. Because I don't know, like, you're dating and you might go somewhere and have your kid with you and trying to navigate that situation and see what it's going to be. But if it's somebody that's going to be being around, like she's been around for 3 years, you should have been met this woman. Like she's all the way there. So that's on the baby mama too, because I mean she's been there for 3 years. So what I don't know what you got hangling and dangling over there, but they had a whole engagement party. Girl, she needs to move on. She says she needs time. What she needs is to move the fuck on because Rick Ross baby Jr. is gone. He definitely needs to have a conversation with his mother though, because I feel like she, like I said, in my situation, my son's grandmother navigated that. Like, not that I came in there with any kind of weird energy, because we were for real, like, done. Maybe Alfonso, yeah, he had to break up with her first and she needs time. So we don't know how that's going to work out, but we do know that Shay doesn't do good with, like, I'd love to see it. Love to see it. Shay, like I said, she treated like, Alfonso has so much to work on. She needs to work on that on herself too. Because if that's the position you want to be in, you're gonna have to leave that stank ass attitude where you want to fight everybody that's looking at Fonzo. Like maybe if he would button up his shirt and have his titties hanging out, wouldn't nobody be looking at him. You're ready to fight everybody. I don't know if she's ready to handle it like baby mama, but we'll see. Now on to Shorty and Ken. So Shorty can go on a yoga day. I've never seen nothing like this before. I hope that this isn't something that you need to pay for because this is, okay. So anyway, they go on a yoga cuddle date. So the therapist basically just sits them down on the pillows on the floor and was like lay in his lap, or she had Kenneth lay in Shorty's lap. Kenneth's whole head take up, like, just to have a visual of how much bigger he is. His whole head, like Shorty's little whole body, like his head took up her whole body. And this is a big dude. I think this is a big dude, like standing next to a regular sized woman. Shorty is teensy tiny. So that in itself was concerning. Just the visual. The visual has bothered me the whole time. Every single week when he's like sitting next to her with his arm like all hovered over her, it has just bothered me the whole time. But it is what it is. 3 years in, Shorty and Kenneth. I don't know how she did it. So they're discussing what do they want in the relationship. And Shorty wants an answer from Kenneth, like, what is your game plan moving forward in this relationship? What is your game plan? She's not here for the blowing the smoke up the ass. Like, I don't know, like, what else he ever brought to the table, but she's not trying to hear it right now. He said he wants her to believe what he says is genuine and that he's going to show up. And Shorty said, how? Like, she was not, like, she was on her check. When you're playing checkers? Not checkers. When you're playing chess, and yeah, she was on her check. She was well on her way to checkmate. This is where the whole setup begins. It was so fun to watch. He said, first of all, he's going to wipe the whole financial thing off the table, so it's not a problem for their relationship anymore. Now, I didn't review this episode, but the other episode, she said she tired of paying all the bills, and he said not in the doctor's office, but in his confessional where nobody can correct him. He says, I don't know what you're talking about. I pay most of the bills. No, he said, I paid half the bills. Matter of fact, I pay most of the bills. That's what he said. But nobody believed that when he said it. So now he's saying he's taking the financial stuff off the table. Like, so it's not a problem in the relationship. And Shorty is like, be specific. Now he's getting a little anxious because he's like, I mean, he doesn't have a plan. The plan was for you to take care of him. This was the plan. He was like, I don't want to like even talk about it. I just want to show you because I feel like that's the only way like it's going to be effective. And she said, I just want to hear a plan of action. Like, I just want to hear it. So. And then Kenneth said, I got a plan. I just need to, I just need to solidify some things. And Shorty is not letting up. Like he's trying to, remember when he said he can't keep up? They were at a date where she was like, I don't even want to hold his hand. Like, you know, he was trying to kiss her and she's like, back up. And, you know, that was, I guess, the beginning of all of this. But he said Shorty be going off and he can't keep up. So he had that look in his eye, like where he couldn't keep up. So he's trying to solidify some things and then everything will be all taken care of. And she said, I need specifics. Well, down. That just pissed him off. Like he sat up like out of her lap. Like, listen, need to get this clear right now. That's what I need to do. I need to straighten this out right now. Now, what else do you want to talk about the relationship? Shorty's like, don't get mad, but I just want to stay on this subject. And, you know, in order for us to move forward, if that's what we're going to do, then I need to hear a plan of action. Kenneth was like, look, I just want you to be there to comfort me. I just want to be able to look in those pretty eyes of yours in the evening time. And, you know, when I'm out in these streets dealing with a stressful day, you know, trying to fight with the man. Look at her leave the house to fight the man. Kenneth, where are you going? When are you going to fight with the man? But, you know, besides all that, like the pretty eyes and, you know, cuddles and shit when you get home, like Shorty said, everything like that all sound like a dream. Like basically, I don't want to hear the bullshit. Like I want to hear a plan. She's not trying to hear it anymore. I said, man, stop asking me that same question, bro. Ooh, Shorty said her and Ken are not meant to be together. So, you know, the doctor interrupts them and she wraps up the session. And I feel like the whole time, like she tells them like to hug each other, like nothing got accomplished except for she needled him. She needled him so hard that he could not handle it. He jumped up, he talked about how pretty her eyes was. He talked about how a Black man needed a good woman to come home to and soothe him, you know, in the struggle, whatever the struggle may be. But, you know, so to end it all, the doctor comes in, she wraps it up, she tells them that, you know, they should just hug each other. So Shorty is standing up and Kenneth is on his knees and they're like, they fit. And I'm like, this is how tiny she is. Like she's standing up and he's on his knees and they're, you know, she's probably still smaller than him. Which is kind of like, imagine being in a relationship with somebody that's that big, that does crazy shit, like take pictures of your personal financial information or spam your job's website or stalks you until they find out where your new apartment is. I just feel like he's intimidating. Shorty said, why you set up a cuddle session with somebody I barely want to even hold hands with? Now I gotta hug and touch this clown. Kenneth said, this is when Kenneth start acting. This is the best part. So I'm gonna do my best, y'all, to do my Kenneth drama. But Kenneth said, nothing is ever good enough for Shorty. This lady ain't riding me one time through this whole process. So why should I continue to play myself? Not today. Scene. This nigga had me rolling. He had me rolling. So they go over to Shorty's apartment. So I guess after that session, they had a long talk into the night and into the morning. I don't think she ever got, the specific plan that she was looking to get. And then he started drinking in order to like not have to deal, I'm sure. I don't know how, let me just continue. So anyway, they wake up the next day. I don't know what time it was. He said morning. He was cooking chicken wings and drinking beer. So I don't know how early in the day it was, but Kenneth was already turned completely up. So he in there cooking. He like, you want to taste these wings? She's just on her phone, ignoring him like, I'm not talking to you. He was like, well, don't talk to me then. So I don't know how heated this discussion was. She said they had a deep conversation about marriage. Shorty, Kenneth couldn't have a deep conversation if you put him deep inside a dictionary. He still wouldn't know words or how to put them together. Anyway. Kenneth said he woke up this morning and he feels liberated and rejuvenated. So I don't know what conversation he was having, but he was feeling liberated and rejuvenated and inebriated because he was drinking a cold one first thing in the morning. Now he's getting irritated. She's sitting on the couch. She's ignoring him. He sat next to her. He's like, what's up? She's not saying anything. He said, marriage is the last thing I need, especially with a woman like you. I'm like, F marriage at this point. I mean, I want it someday with somebody that loves me and I'm not judging me for everything and knows the sacrifices I made and my worth. And I don't see none of that in you. He mad, y'all. He's mad and drunk. And Shorty is sitting there like, told y'all this nigga was crazy and he's about to keep getting crazier. So I'm just gonna sit here and let him be crazy by his damn self. He said, I've been making an illusion. Like, yeah, she good, she love you. Man, this mother mofo love you, boy. Stop lying to yourself. You ain't even my flavor. What does that mean? She's not his flavor. Oh, Kenneth, you talking all types of cash shit. The liquor got you just going. And Shorty is loving every bit of it. She's like, okay then. He said, people know me, like know me. They're like, boy, you done lost your mind. What the hell wrong with you, boy? Come back. You weak. That's what he told her she's weak. Shorty said, you should go pack your things. We feel the same way. I'm not feeling you. You're not feeling me. Like, it's about that time for you to get the step in. She said, 3 years is long enough for me to wait for a man to get his shit together. And now you drunk and talking shit. Kenneth said, I had an epiphany. He said, you need to represent, sorry. He said, you need to represent all the Black men in America, all the mother mofos that feel like you, unappreciated. Shorty said, whenever you come off that liquor, are you still gonna be begging me to come back like you always do? I mean, begging. This thing is like hysterically laughing, rolling all over the sofa. He rolled down on the floor, all the way back up to the sofa. He got his feet all up on the furniture. She like, and can you take your feet off my furniture, you broke ass nigga? Like, I paid for that shit. I don't know, since it's so funny, why don't you go ahead and go get out and go? And he was like, I didn't say we shouldn't be married. Like, why we gotta exit? Yeah, exit. This fool said, blessed be the Father. Jesus. Shorty's like, are we breaking up today? Today. Kenneth, he walked away. He like, why not? He comes back. We could be friends. And if you don't want to be friends, that's fine too. Because I'm somebody. I got talent. I'm smart. I'm exceptional. And he goes out the door, gangster. And he's gangster. And he got a food blog. And he's an entrepreneur. And he's security at the strip club. And he's general contractor. And all that stuff. Then he comes back in the door and he full on does, okay, not full on. He makes a tired, drunk ass attempt to do a cartwheel. Not one cartwheel, but 2 cartwheels. It was, yeah. And I was like, So I'm sorry, but ain't no, he can't have good dick. He got dumb dick. And I don't know how Shorty was so turned on by the dumb dick, but she did. She was. I'm confused. I think Shorty might have some self-esteem issues just because of her size. And it's unfortunate because she's beautiful and probably very smart and probably very talented. I don't know, what her position is, but as a radio personality, that means she has access to shows and celebrities and all of that stuff that this dumb nigga gets off on now, so that's why he's clinging so hard. But I feel like, and I mean, he's a tall guy. Some people might think he's attractive. I think he's a tall yellow nigga with some bad teeth and some bags under his eyes and some bad English. But that's just me, and I'm not Shorty. So anyway, I feel like there's a grown ass man out here that would appreciate the hell out of Shorty. She's, got her shit together. So get this thing the fuck out. Hopefully that's like still unstuck. He said, I love you, my friend. And we're gonna be the best of friends, and I'm gonna guarantee you that. See, now that's that crazy talk. That's that crazy talk right there where you be like, I don't want to be your friend. I just want you to leave. I just want you to exit stage left. Ken is pacing back and forth, like, I don't know when he planned to go pack. He's been drinking a beer the whole time with his pinky out. And now he's drinking straight out of a bottle. I'm like, oh my God, how drunk is he gonna be? And how does he get, like, some people turn mean when they get drunk. She's screaming, you're a child, you're a child. And he was like, and you chose this child. And he's not wrong about that, Shorty. You did do that. So he finally goes to start packing his stuff. He told me, I need something sexy to wear. And then he was like, we're not going on no more dates. Like, he's so drunk that like he doesn't even know that this is it. It's over. It's a wrap. They're not giving you no more dates to go on, stupid. So she gave him a suitcase, she said, and he could keep it. He could keep the suitcase along with the money he owed me and the money I loan him and the money for the bills, and just the fuck out. And this is why I think this was the master plan all along, because she waited for like a camera crew to be there to make him get the fuck out. I'm sure he called, but no, stay your ass gone. She got changed the locks, girl. Then she puts the rest of the stuff in trash bags, and she says, you moved in here with trash bags, and so you can move out with trash bags. And I'm like, well, I don't know what she kept saying that he misrepresented himself. What was he representing when he showed up with the stuff in trash bags? Which, honestly, he didn't just have suitcase. Like I feel like guys do that shit. Like guys travel in trash bags sometimes. There's either a guy who's traveling with their shit because they don't really buy a bunch of luggage, or there's the guy who has his shit together and has probably paid somebody to pack that stuff up and move it to wherever. We know that's not him. So I don't know where these expectations that you keep saying you had of this man when he showed up to your house with no job and the stuff was in trash bags, a bunch of turtlenecks and whack ass polo shirts and khaki. Like he only had 3 bags. There wasn't even nothing. That I'm hoping there's more stuff maybe, but that was like 3 bags. That's it. You know, he at home all the time. Like, is it your TV and your PlayStation? Because you know there's a PlayStation. Anyway, this nigga walks out the door and he says, "All right, little ugly, see you later." And he dances on out the door. He calls that lady little ugly with his bad crooked teeth ass. He got the audacity to be calling somebody little ugly. So one more episode of Put a Ring on It. And it showed us all how crazy he is. We knew he was crazy. Shorty, you know, if this was your whole plan the whole time, good job, because you know he is crazy. And I hope you changed all your like financial shit because he's nuts. So I'm guessing they're not gonna put a ring on it. I have a feeling that Charlie will probably accept a ring from this dude, and that's unfortunate because she's too young to not be enjoying, like, you know, enjoying herself. Like, I don't think you should be beat down in your relationship. Everybody has their ups and their downs, but it feels like Charlie is just like this dude just doesn't have no emotion at all. He doesn't feel. Can you imagine what it's like? Like what? Anyway, and Shay, of course, is gonna be over there with Alfonso. Yeah, Alfonso. Um, Out of all of them, though, like to be honest, Alfonso is not a bad guy. He's a guy that doesn't need a wife because he's gonna be out here in the streets doing his thing. He just giggles and walks around with his titties out, and the girls just love his juicy self. And he's got a charming personality. I'm gonna give him that. And aside from the titty thing, he ain't a bad looking guy. He's just not a faithful man. So Shay, if you could go ahead, like he said he was gonna get rid of the baby mama. He didn't say nothing about the little girls that, you know, he gonna be meeting out on the road. And there's one little cute girl running around there who probably got his number, who probably been in his DMs. The one, you know, that you sent him out with last. She was on a mission. So I mean, if that's what you want to put up with, then you know, so be it. But at least he's not a psycho like Otis or Kenneth. Okay. So next week, child, we'll go ahead and see like who's gonna say yes and obviously who's not. And then to the reunion. And we'll be done with this one. That was a long situation. So you can expect Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love and Marriage DC. Y'all probably go ahead and add that one on too. And I'm thinking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Those are all of those last shows that I mentioned. I review with Tamika over Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. And definitely you want to check that out because you know it's a whole different thing over there. So until next time, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.